Welcome to another episode of Demystifying Gay Porn. My name is IK Grande, and if you've watched gay porn in the past 12 years, I've definitely helped you get off. Today, my guest, I'm very, very happy. I've been wanting to get him on the show for a while, and it's been a minute. Today, my special guest is international porn star, entrepreneur, Antonio BIAGGI. So please welcome to the show. Antonio, thank you so much. It's been a long time.
I know, it's been a few years.
It's been a very long time. What have you been up to?
Oh my God, a lot of stuff. Trying to stay out of jail.
Aren't we all? Last time I saw you, I think it was like 2012, 2013. Yeah. And you were working on your website. Mm-hmm. So you've been a producer now for about 7 years now.
7 years, yeah.
Okay. How is that? How is it being on the opposite side?
Oh God. It's been very interesting because it's like, you don't realize all the shit that you guys do. Like, I used to just show up with my big dick and I'm like, all right, let's film. I have to edit. I have to book my trips. I have to find models. Hopefully the models will show up to the scene because a lot of times they don't show up and you're like, what the fuck, motherfucker? And I just flew to Spain. And, it's like, it's intense. It's a lot of work behind the scenes. So in the mornings, I spend sometimes 2 hours. So I wake up at 7 a.m. and I always get to work late because I'm like 2 hours sitting, looking for models, looking for the next trip, looking for a place to film. It's just a lot of little details. And then after I film, then I have to hopefully pass costumes and they don't take my equipment, and then come back to USA, edit the videos, promote, and then hopefully you motherfuckers pay the membership. It's a lot of work.
Not steal. Right? Piracy is wrong.
Yeah, I know.
People work really fucking hard for that shit. Well, you pretty much summed it up. I mean, that's what it is. It's a lot of work. It is a lot. It's crazy. So you now appreciate the fact that it takes a lot of work to put something together like that.
Yeah, and everybody thinks they're a porn star, and then you get the ones they don't even know how to curve your back, or they can't come, or they can't get hard. It's just very frustrating for me. It's like, come on, dude.
Yeah, I now that you mentioned that, I am so interested to ask you about the new wave of porn stars, or
no porn stars, please.
Just for fans.
Porn whores, okay, whatever. Hooker, horny bastards, whatever you want to call it. They're not porn stars.
When you do see videos, you can see the difference between somebody who's just, pointing a camera and thinking that they're getting something good, and then someone that puts emphasis in it.
Yeah.
So for that, there's a couple of people.
Nothing wrong with putting the camera, because I used to have cameramen. Now I have 3 cameras or 4 cameras, and you put different angles.
Yeah,
and then
3 cameras is a big setup.
But you I know how to make it so it looks a little more professional.
Yeah.
It's different. Some of these people, they just put their cell phone and that's it. It's it doesn't move the whole time.
3-minute, 4-minute scenes.
The whole 4-minute scene. When we film hour.
Yeah.
We used to film 4 hours.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we used to block people. That was the day, huh? We used to.
It was a whole fucking day.
Even that wasn't like the studios in California. California studios, they have a whole day.
Oh my God. I mean, but at the same time, I remember when I started, it was reinstated, and I got paid thousands of dollars, so I didn't give a fuck. I'm I got the whole fucking day for you.
Yeah.
But it was 6 hours, and after a while, I was like, once I got used to it, I was getting famous. I was like, you get a little cocky, and you're like, okay, if you can't film in 3 hours, I'm fucking coming and living. So fuck you. So you're not a good producer. So I started after 3 hours, I was like, I'm done.
Yeah, I am from that school where I don't think it should take 6 to 8 hours to produce porn. If you don't walk in there and know what you're doing and know what you want in an hour and a half tops.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I film in 1 hour.
Yeah.
I film in 1 hour.
There are ways to make it look beautiful without having to have 7.5, 8 hours, photographs, all that stuff. It's the difference between, having a lot of money and a lot of time and a lot of everything, and then just, doing your thing and just wanting to create something. So I'm right there with you. You've been managing your website. You've been doing your website. what else have you been up to? I know that you moved to Florida.
Well, I have two websites, by the way.
Oh, okay.
So I have BIAGGivideos.com. That's the one that I still have. It's the old one. I haven't posted anything for a year over there. And I have the new one, which is BIAGGivideos.biz.
Okay.
That's the brand new one. So that just came out a few months ago. That's the one that is getting all the new content. And I opened a spa 3 years ago, actually. So in Florida, it's called Hush Spa.
Okay.
We also have the spa here in New York, Hush Manhattan. So the one here is just a spa. The one in Florida is a spa with a barbershop. We have like 80 services. It's been a lot too because I thought a spa it was going to be all zen and relaxed.
Not for you.
Holy fuck. Like the employees are crazy, especially the barbers.
Yeah.
I mean, I have had like every time I travel, I'm afraid to travel already because like every time I travel, something happens.
Yeah.
Like I had one that OD in the bathroom with a syringe in his arm. I had another one, like he was doing gardening supposedly, and then he got like a hanger stuck in his vein, and then his arm got purple. He came to work in the morning, and then he was like, I'm not feeling good, I'm going next door to have lunch, and he passed out in the fucking diner. The ambulance have to pick. We thought he died.
Jesus.
And the diner, they charged us for his lunch that he didn't even touch. I was so fucking angry. I mean, I had a massage guy that I fired, and then he tried to hit me with a hammer.
What?
Yeah, it's been, like... a whole experience, even crazier than porn. Do you think porn is crazy?
Okay.
Oh, no.
I had no
The
idea.
spa has been even crazier.
Okay.
But the last year, I had like a really great crew. It's been really stable, so I'm really happy. We have become one of the most, it's actually the only worth spa in the area because the other ones are all like happy ending or like
So you're
crappy.
legit. It's a legit spa.
It's a legit spa. I know everybody's like, oh, you're a porn star, so they do happy ending. I'm like, no, we don't do happy ending. And trust me, for $120, you're not getting a happy ending from me. That's for sure. This calm is expensive.
So speaking of, I mean, we just saw Max, and he is itching to get you in a scene before.
I know.
Before you think about retiring or anything like that.
Yeah.
I say hit him up for as much money as you can.
I will.
Make him pay for that shit.
I'm gonna get the money for all these years that I haven't been with you guys.
Yeah. So you did mention before your porn experience. You started in Raging Stallion in what year?
Oh my god! I think it was 2008 or 2009, something like that. It was like a summer. It was. I only know. I remember that it was before I turned 30 because I was like, oh my god, I'm turning 30, so I'm gonna be old. And I have to do porn before I become old and everything falls out. It's like, usually porn stars are in their 20s, like 21, 20.
Yeah.
They have the 8-pack.
Yeah.
I never got the 8-pack because I started too old. And for me, it's like...
That I don't know how they do it. I think some people are just born with it. So.
Yeah, no. I had 8-packs when I was younger. But, I mean, I was 110 pounds in college. So,
Yeah, but... We eat Spanish food.
If you don't have abs at 115 pounds, I mean.
Now, are you on a strictly Spanish diet, like in Miami?
Or vegetarian.
Oh, you're vegetarian.
I've been vegetarian for 4 years.
Okay.
So yeah, no meat whatsoever. I still do seafood because I eat sushi once a month. And now even like sometimes I go to the sushi restaurant, I just have like vegetable tempura. Actually, that's what I had this for lunch today. Vegetable tempura. And I had the avocado roll. I know it's a crime, but I like it. I prefer no animals die for me. Than,
Okay, so it's for...
It's because animal rights, Animal rights.
Yeah. How is that with... And I say this, speaking as a Latino, how is that impacted? Like, because everything that we grew up with is like meat and...
oh my God. It was awful because I'm from Puerto Rico, so I remember, oh my God, like we had... pernil for lunch, pork for breakfast, for lunch, in between dinner, before bed, in the coffee. It's like pork all time. It's like, you squeeze the fattening into the coffee. You're like, oh, pork. It's just in reality, I just I decided to, I was watching videos and PETA and everything. I actually have PETA follows me. So so I have like a lot of animal rights company and activisms that they follow me. So even I did a fashion show not too long ago, a few months ago, and the fashion designer wanted to give me like a foxtail, and I was like, absolutely not. I cannot. They will fucking kill me. Like if I'm not going to walk with a foxtail. He's like, but it's fake. I'm like, I don't give a fuck if it's fake. They don't know if it's fake. I just don't want that, And I have leather. I actually have my leather gloves, but they're like from 15 years ago. Believe it or not, I like all my leather. I still have harness and stuff. I could try to get rid of a lot of the stuff, but everything is old. That's why I haven't even filmed leather scenes in years. Is because I just rather not anybody see me with anything leather. But like my belt, this I bought in Greece. Oh.
So you're conscious
18 years ago. Yeah. So I still have, so the leather that I have is, my from shoes now, they're all fabric. Like I buy fabric shoes, fabric belt. Like I don't wear anything leather.
So you're such a socially conscious porn star. More than that. I know you're more than that, but for what we've known you for.
Oh, yeah.
You are such a socially conscious porn star. I have to ask you, now that we're on this subject, your Twitter account.
Uh-huh. Oh, God.
I've seen some shit. Let me just say.
Oh, God. Okay, throw it at me. Come on. I don't care.
What's what do people?
Beyonce?
Oh my God!
Fucking bitch! No, I'm.
Well, that's one of them.
Well, okay. Let's talk about it because I actually had somebody yesterday that said the N-word, and I'm like, I have never, ever in my life say the N-word. So. And I was like, show me the proofs. I can, if you don't show me the proofs, I'm going to have my lawyer send you a cease and desist right now. So people have to be very careful with this shit. They just go crazy. So one thing that people have to understand is I'm from Puerto Rico. Yeah. I'm not I'm not from here from the States. I was actually born in New York, but I never grew up here. So I come from a very different style, And at the same time, I'm 41 years old, so I'm not used to all this music. I don't like anybody. Everybody thinks, it's just a Beyonce thing. I just don't like anybody. I don't like Ariana, whatever, bullshit.
My sister, Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande or Taylor Swift bullshit. I don't like any of those motherfuckers. I don't like any of them. So people don't understand. I'm a flamenco dancer, and that's all I listen is flamenco and opera. Today, actually, I posted photos with an opera singer, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is so cool!" For me, that's who I fan out. I just grew up very different. I grew up listening to opera. I used to dance ballet, which I talk in my show, and everybody's like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, I used to talk like a fucking drag queen, so you can't tell that I have a big dick because with the ballet tights, it's like." So I grew up very classic. I went to a private school and I grew up really classic. So for me, it's very different. So when it comes to that kind of music, like popular music, I don't like it. I just don't like. I don't give a fuck who you are. If you're Latino, Arab, Hindu, Black, White, Asian, Puerto Rican. Puerto Ricans, they have the worst music. I hate reggaeton. They're like whole fucked up weird. Yeah. So the Beyonce thing, it was like it was actually an argument with a porn actor that I was filming, and he was like a big fan of Beyonce, and we were talking about music, and I was like, I like to talk about music, but I like to talk intelligently. So we started talking. He was just dumb as fuck. And we just started going, and I said, I posted, I don't like Beyonce. She has not that much talent. For me, somebody that is talented will sing. I don't sing. Let me say, I don't sing. I dance. I don't sing. I do play instruments, but I know I have friends. I actually have a friend, a black girl, that she's amazing. She has an incredible voice. So I posted, there's so many other black girls that have a better voice and they will do much better than Beyonce. if it wasn't because she has such a like great promotion and the crew of queens, and I said it like that, crew of queens that do their hair
the wigs,
and do their fucking makeup and all that shit, and they do the choreography. Like any black girl could do the same thing as Beyonce. Any white girl or Asian girl, it doesn't matter. I was just like saying, you know, there's so many other people way more talented than her out there, and they don't get the credit that they deserve, you know, and it's all about image. It's an industry that people don't understand. So I got some guy that got really angry, and he said that he was going to kill my dogs. And I was like, that's it. Like, you can say you're gonna kill me, you can call me speak, wetback, whatever you want to call me, and I say those words. Yes, I said them. Fuck it. If you're too politically correct, fuck you. I'm so over all this like millennial political correct bullshit. I'm over it. So I basically said, you know, you can come for me, but don't come for my dogs. That is a whole different level. So I went into his Twitter to check, you know, like who the fuck is this guy? Because I don't know. I mean, I have thousands of people that follow me. I don't know who the fuck is this person. So I checked. He works at KFC. He had a bunch of videos twerking, and he was going to community college. So I said, which probably wasn't correctly said, but I said, you know, like, keep twerking. That will pay for your community college and your KFC. Oh my God, that was worse than saying the N-word.
So it was research. You did research.
I did a fucking research. And then some blog that I had an issue before here in New York. They're actually from New York. This blog, they put it like way out there because we actually had issues before, because every time they had like the best porn stars of the year, they were all white. There was no Latino, no black. And I called on them long time ago. I was like, oh, like, how come like you never had Latinos, you never have black, you never have Asian, Arabs? It's always the white pretty boys from Falcon. Like it was like, so I had this issue with this blogger before because of that. So he took advantage of the whole situation. He was, Antonio Biaggi is the most racist, and he called all of Beyonce's fans this. And I was like, I never call all of them. It was one person, one motherfucker that wanted to kill my dogs, motherfuckers. So, bye, Beehive. And they started like going crazy on me. And I was like, you know, I'm 41. I'm not like this Beehive people. They're like 20, like little kids. I'm not fighting with that shit. So whatever. So I just put like a photo of one of those like beekeeper with the smoke like to the beehive. Like they probably will start writing on me again on social media.
Oh, we just woke it up again.
God, it's been 3 years. Whatever.
Is this in your show?
I don't really talk about that because I don't care about that. That's not important in my life.
So before we get to your show, what has been your best experience in porn?
My best experience in porn?
Traveling.
Oh,
traveling. Okay.
Traveling has been the best experience I had in porn. I always wanted to travel. I studied airline tourism. That was one of the things that I studied in college. I studied 3 or 4 different things. And I studied before architecture. So for me, I'm always, like I say, I come from a really classic background. So I studied architecture, I studied fashion, I studied airline tourism, and for me, traveling was always like that's what I wanted to do. And Puerto Rico was a tour guide for the cruise lines, and I became a manager for a company. And in my time, I was the youngest tour guide in the island. And I always wanted to travel, and like I've been able to travel from Israel to Africa to Morocco to Europe, you know, Spain, Italy, London, Colombia, Peru. Like I've been all over Argentina. It's just been an incredible experience. It's been, I think I chose the right time because now the porn stars are not making that much money. They're not traveling. But I think I had the greatest timing to be in the porn industry and experience all this.
So much has changed.
Yeah, before now, there's no fucking money.
Everybody's broke.
Everybody's broke.
That's why everybody's doing bareback now.
I know, and they criticized me when I started. I was one of the first. I mean, I wasn't the first because there were others doing porn, but one of the mainstream from Condom that switched to bareback. And everybody was like, I talk about this in my show. Everybody was like, they wanted to crucify me. And I'm like, I'm a very controversial guy and I love controversy. And that's what people don't understand. Ow. I love when people hate me. They don't understand that yet. I was like, when people hate me, I'm like, yes, yes. Because as long as they keep talking about me, I'm relevant.
That and everything you've experienced, like traveling and all that, bad comes from that too. So what was like the worst experience or something that you remember that sticks out with you that will not...
Oh, trust me.
Yeah. Oh.
I will never forget.
Wasn't with me, right?
No. I have many bad, I wouldn't say bad. I would say like a lot of funny experiences, which I talk in my show. But I think that one of the worst experiences is that you get psychos follow you a lot. I actually had this police officer who FaceTime. Like he started calling on FaceTime. I didn't know. I was like, what is this?
I think I heard about this.
Yeah, and then he sent me... When I answered, after many times, he called like 10, 20 times. I don't even remember. But it was like a December 30th. And I'm like, I'm super busy. And I just woke up. And I have like a lot of shit to do. And I answered the FaceTime. I'm like, what is this? And he had an assault rifle. He's like, I'm going to kill you, bitch. And I was like, I freaked out. I was like, what the fuck is this? And the guy is like, I'm going to fucking kill you. I know who you are, you fag, blah, 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 blah. And I hang it out. I call the police right away. I call my best friend. She arrived. So my best friend was standing here. The police officer was here. I have a camera. And I answer again. The guy was like looking, like he got scared because he saw that I had the camera. And then he didn't realize that the police and my best friend was there looking. And the police was like cut it. So I just turn off. And then he sealed my camera. So after that, I posted a picture of the guy. I took a picture from the image, and somebody was like, "Oh, take that photo down. This is my friend. He's a police officer. He can get into the problem." I was like, "Oh, he's a police officer." And he gave me his name, which I'm not going to say his name, but it was a police from Virginia. And then I was like, "Oh, okay." So I posted his photo on Facebook, and that's how I knew who he was because somebody told me who he was. And I was like, oh, okay. So I called the FBI. I called Internal Affairs. He lost his job in that moment. They reinstated him again as a police officer after later on. But he lost his job in that moment. It was really bad. It was like a really bad moment. He kept calling me. He kept sending me messages on Twitter, Instagram, on Facebook, in my blog. He was just going crazy. He was like, you're going to die from AIDS. You and all your models and all your employees, your dog. I'm going to kill your dog. I had only one dog in that time that passed away a few years ago. He was taking photos of my house and posting them online. My husband's car, because I didn't have a car in that time, and he was posting photos of my car. He's like, this is your car? I'm like, I don't even have a car. A year later, he sued me for $14 million. Like a porn star has $14 million. I'll pay you in 28 lives if you believe in reincarnation, motherfucker. And then, we went into this case. He was suing me for $14 million for defamation and a bunch of stuff. First of all, I don't know who this was before this. I didn't know who he was at all. I never had contact. Never even been in Virginia, for sake. I didn't know who the fuck was he. But he claimed that I hacked his best friend. So I didn't know him, but I hacked his best friend's phone. I don't even know how to turn on my computer. And I know how to hack all of a sudden a telephone. So I hacked his best friend's phone and text him from his best friend. And it was shown in court, but they have no evidence that I hacked. I'm like, I don't even know how to hack.
So this went to court and everything.
Oh, this was court and everything. It cost me thousands of dollars. I finished paying 2 years ago. And then the best friend said that, go pick up Cotton, you FN. And the case, that was dismissed in court. Because I never said that. That supposedly his best friend phone was hacked. And I'm like, and how you know it wasn't your best friend sending you that? I didn't even know who you are. Little less I'm going to know who your friend is.
Yeah.
But it was a real thing. I ended up settling because it was going to cost me another $300,000 in lawyers to defend myself. So I had to settle. So I had to pay him to recover the money for his lawyer. So I was paying like for a couple of years.
Jesus.
A lot of thousands of dollars a month. Just
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So I think that's the bad side of being a porn star.
Yeah, that's definitely.
That's why I'm very protective. A lot of people don't understand, but that's why I'm very protective of certain things, and I don't let people get close to my life because I'm very private. Have a very small circle of friends, and because of things like that, I stopped doing a lot of appearances because I was afraid he was going to show up and kill me,
and
attack me or attack anybody at the show. I want the show to be safe. But I think with nowadays you have to do things like that. So you have to be. So there's no tickets at the door. It's just online, and it's just for protection. It's just part of my requirements for the show.
So now. We've talked about this show very, very little. Let's bring it up. You're in New York. Now you're going to be back in November.
In 3 weeks.
Okay, so in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Your show, you have a one-man show.
Yeah.
What is it called?
It's Naughty or Nuts.
Naughty or Nuts.
Of course.
Okay. And give us a little description about what the show is.
Well, the show is basically like a autobiography of my life. In part, I decided to do it because I'm retiring in 2 years. So once I turn 15 years in the industry, I wanted to retire. I can't keep up with this. You know, I'm 41, you know, and things get more difficult to get up. And
especially, I don't know how you don't lose. Like, I don't know how you don't pass out every time you get a hard on.
It's difficult because you know, like it takes a lot. It takes a lot of blood, and I become stupid. I'm like,
you pass out.
That is, you know, I talk about big dick problems.
Big dick problems.
So like touching the toilet water, you know. It's true. You have to like raise your balls.
In public.
Yeah, when you go, I'm very germaphobe. Even though I love to eat ass, it has to be clean. Yeah. Let's just be. You know, I talk about everything really crude. So my show is like it says it's 21 and older.
Okay.
Because my English is not very good, and I talk very like, well, you know how I talk. Yeah. I'm like the hole has to be clean, like no shit, no corns in it. You know, it has to be perfectly clean. If not, I'm not putting my fucking mouth in the ass. And, you know, like, I talk about, you know, like, my dick is big, and sometimes some toilets, it's like, it touches the water. I'm like, you can't take a shit, and, like, you know, you have to raise your dick. It's difficult. You know, it's like big dick problems. Yeah. So I talk about big dick problems. I talk about, like, things that happen unseen, like fainted models while fisting and stuff like that. Oh, you know, also people get chance to ask me questions at a little space that we do during the show. And we also have, I have always a hot model. Like I get a really hot model, he gets naked, I get somebody from the public to go on stage and do like a scene. Yeah. You know, like a fake scene.
Like you're directing it or something?
Yeah, I'm directing, awesome. So they know, and you know, I teach them the positions, and you know, so they get
really cool.
The flair. It was actually really funny. The last scene we had an Asian guy, and he was hysterical. From the public, I didn't know who he was. It was really funny. He loved it. It was really good. So we do that little part here in New York. I had a really hot black guy, 6'3". Huge dick, and they're fully naked. The model is completely naked. It's the only. I'm not showing my dick. Everybody keeps asking me if I'm showing. I'm not showing my dick. You pay the membership. Yeah. Everybody's seen it already. It's like, come on, like.
There you have it, guys. This is Antonio Biaggi. Antonio, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I absolutely appreciate it. It's been fun. I think we caught up. It's been 6 years, but I think we caught up.
Yes.
Yeah. You've been watching Demystifying Gay Porn. I'm your host, Ike Grande. Demystifying Gay Porn can be found on every podcast directory as well as YouTube. Demystifying Gay Porn is on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Telegram. If you like what you're watching and want to be a part of the process, head over to patreon.com/demystifyinggayporn, where you can help this YouTube channel and I can continue making content like this. Once again, this is Demystifying Gay Porn. My name is Ike Grande, and if you watch gay porn, I've definitely helped to get off. Cheers.